We're at the 2015 ACA Summit. One of the things tomorrow is this panel on the merger, and we're talking about the Comcast merger. One of the things that impressed me, a couple that did, is it doesn't appear in the agenda because it's fairly recent, and you've got a wide variety of panelists amongst the panelists. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that's going to be, who the panelists are going to be?
Sure, thanks a lot. We wanted to make sure that our summit is addressing the issues of the day of concern to smaller operators. One of them certainly of concern is the mergers of Comcast, Time Warner Cable, and AT&T DirecTV. So we put together a panel of expert panelists that are for and against the deal. We have Jeff Blum of Dish Network. We got Peter Bergmeyer of Public Knowledge, and representing Comcast, we have John Leibowitz, former FTC chairman, and for AT&T, we have Hank Holquist. In addition, I will be participating as well, representing smaller operators and the ACA.
So it will be not just the Comcast merger, but also the DirecTV AT&T merger. I'm sure will be a topic that comes up.
Yeah, absolutely. Both deals are a concern to smaller cable operators. Both entities are going to end up owning programming as well as competing against our members for cable subscribers, and that integration has the potential to raise prices to our members. And so we're bringing this issue to them through our summit to ensure that they understand what the consequences are, both from what we're going to explain, but they can hear from the other side that will probably say that it's not a concern. So we're going to air out those issues and have a good debate.
Well, now ACA's position on this is somewhat nuanced, right?
Yeah, we've come out. We haven't come out opposed to the deal. What we've said is that we support conditions for the transaction. That if they were adopted, we would not object to the deal going through. Of course, it's conditioned on the right conditions being adopted. We're hopeful that they will be.
Well, I know this isn't a part of the panel, and I know we're going to talk about it with other folks as the days go on, but last week's decision, the Title II aspects of net neutrality, do you think that'll play into this at all?
I think so. I think part of the concerns that have been raised, not by ACA, but by a lot of other parties, has been that Comcast, by controlling a large share of the broadband market, can have the incentive to harm edge providers and content providers that want to offer services online. Adoption of the open internet rules would seem to address some of those issues, but I think Comcast is unique in its market power over the broadband market, so it doesn't really address all of them. So I think that it's hard not to. It would be hard to ignore what the Commission did on open internet in consideration of the merger. It certainly is a factor that they're going to take into account, but more is going to have to be done before this merger can be approved.
And I'm sure you guys will be asked, when will it happen? And anyone want to speculate on that right now?
I think that we got a few more months to go. I think at least mid-year, and maybe even longer. There's a lot of outstanding issues. The Commission is still undergoing its review. And so I think we're looking at mid-year at the earliest before this thing is going to be decided.
And it'll be interesting to hear Dish's comment, because I wonder if this will trigger other kinds of mergers if these are approved.
Certainly. As big gets bigger, others feel like they need to get bigger as well in order to compete. So sometimes when you approve one merger, it's a domino effect for others. And I think for smaller operators, there's a concern that there's already too much consolidation in the marketplace, and the big are already too big. So it is a concern that we believe needs to be taken into account by the FCC in its review of the merger.
All the more reason the ACA operators need to be out here giving you support.